Please welcome the Director of Marketing and Communications from none other than Lulu Group International, Mr. V. Nandakumar.
Before I start, how many of you have worked for an organization where you work for 22 years and still referred to as a newcomer in meetings? Or have you worked for an organization which has a staff turnover ratio of less than 0.5%? An organization that started as a small grocery store way back in 1990s in Abu Dhabi. Today has almost 60,000 employees, operations in 26 countries, 240 odd hypermarkets, supermarket and shopping malls, and an annual turnover of almost 8 billion USD. Hello and welcome to Story of Lulu, or rather, Lulu where the world comes to shop. I'll keep it very quick, short and exciting, like you all love to do it. The year was 1973. A young man by name Yusuf Ali lands in the shores of Dubai, chasing the typical Malabari Gulf dream, correct? And same year, 73, somewhere in India, in a town called Rourkela, in the state of Odisha, a baby was born who would one day go on and stand here today and talk to you. No connection, but we Indians love to draw similes in everything we do, especially with celebrities. So coming back to my story of Lulu, Yusuf Ali joins his family business of grocery shop, basically to learn the basics of business, basically shopkeeping. Quite obviously, gets bored very soon and start literally going around outskirts of Abu Dhabi looking for opportunities. Same time, expats, especially European American, were also looking for opportunities in the outskirts of Abu Dhabi. The oil was getting explored in that time, and they were all searching for oil and usually searching for opportunities. Obviously, these new settlers were definitely looking for their homegrown products, especially food products. And there was naturally not much available at that time. And they had to sometime come to the city and pick up their weekly or monthly groceries. And Yusuf Ali saw a good opportunity in that. He started sourcing from local markets, load them in his truck, and drive down to those settlements in the outskirts of Abu Dhabi, and just started selling to them. Instant success, amazing hit. The learning, don't always wait for your customers at your home. Just go out and try to reach the market. And that's the one learning we at Lulu Group, even now, we follow diligently. That's why you'll find Lulu not only in main cities and towns, but also in outskirts and suburbs. The journey continues, business grows, local sourcing is not enough, logistical issues, quality constraints, price fluctuations, and usually decides to go international. Mind it, it was those early days of the Gulf region. UAE was not as popular as what it is today. But he went out, he started meeting the top leaders of food industries, experts, learn new trends, and bring them to this great country. That's what another key learning comes into play. Never get bogged down by your local market conditions. Try to go international, go abroad, learn new trends, and sometimes if required, change the way you do business. And that's why we have our own sourcing offices in 26 countries around the world, which ensures us uninterrupted supply of goods, price stability, and consistent quality for us. Similarly, the wholesale business grew. It grew into supermarkets, bigger department stores, expansion in Abu Dhabi, and all at the time of the first Gulf War, the Iraq-Kuwait War. People were fleeing the Gulf, and Mr. Yusuf Ali thought, let's invest now. I'm sure he also had his own apprehensions, but maybe he had a bigger confidence in the visionary leadership of this great country. War would be temporary, but UAE will be always permanent. Another key learning we have, you don't have to be always the first one to jump the ship. Bit of planning and slight long-term vision will see you through your immediate crisis. The brand Lulu was born in that time. For those who don't know, Lulu means pearl in Arabic. In year 2000, we decided to go bigger. In year 2000, the first Lulu hypermarket was established, launched in this very city, Dubai, in Gizais. Same year, another simile, a guy named Nandakumar joins Lulu Group in 2000 to basically coordinate advertising marketing. Similes are always there with Indians. That was a major milestone. Expansion followed. UAE then went to GCC. That's the time we thought about, let's do marketing. Till that time, that was not required. We used to open the shop and people used to come. And we were looking for what kind of USP we should have. That's when we thought that UAE was the melting pot for more than 200 nationalities. And what would make them happier than their own popular food or food products from back home? and their favorite cuisines. So we started introducing hot food counters, multi-cuisine, almost restaurant-like options in our store, freshly cooked every day, import our own products from different countries, and our tagline was set, Lulu where the world comes to shop. And we also started celebrating different country festivals. You would see almost every month you'll have one country being celebrated, because that's what we thought. We thought that shopping or grocery shopping, however boring it sounds, should be exciting. So we started adding drama and bit of glamour to our shopping to make it more connected, engaging, and customer friendly. We have done almost 71 different country festival in last 2 years itself with embassies and communities, which has in fact given us huge inroads into different communities staying in UAE and nearby areas. The story goes on, UAE, India, GCC, Far Eastern countries, hypermarket, shopping mall, express format, and then obviously COVID happens. It's a cliche, but I must say this, only 3 days we stayed at home or rather worked from home. Even in those 3 days, Lulu Hypermarket never closed for one day. Not a single day, entire pandemic, we were always working because we were the food security partners of the government. I still remember our chairman, Mr. Yusuf Ali, himself handling the war room kind of scene, talking to airplane companies to charter planes, talking to governments in different countries to ensure we have food supplies and quota ensured, talking to different suppliers to ensure the prices are stable, because even in the so-called developed countries, they were struggling hard to keep the stores open or shelves full. We in UAE, I don't think any one of you have ever faced a shortage. Think of it, countries locked down, factories closed, flights are not on air, shipping is in disarray, but still, I'm sure none of you ever faced food shortage or food crisis in UAE. That's because brands like Lulu were working day in, day out, irrespective of our designations or portfolios. We were all working to ensure that food was on the shelves, and that helped. And apart from this, the major constraint or major challenge for us was to keep our staff motivated and taking care of them, because even for them, like us, it was a challenging time. End of the day, they were also scared to stand in public, talking to public and serving public. So that was our priority. And that, my dear friends, is the biggest asset we have, our human resources. During the entire pandemic, not a single layoff, not a single dirham cut from our salaries. In fact, we all got our increments also paid on time. We might not be the most professional companies in the world, or we might not be most organized companies in the world, but we are surely the most compassionate companies in the world, because whatever we do, we keep our human element center of focus. As we go on our journey towards IPO, we are sure we are going to keep our focus only on one thing, which is enriching the experience for all our key stakeholders, right from our traders to our customers to our staff. But always we'll have the guiding principle, which is business is not about money, product or services, it's all about people. Quote Mr. Yusuf Ali. Thank you. That's my solo on Lulu Group. Happy shopping.